Thursday night matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The slot man in motion right. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This defense for the Saints, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. The Falcons at 7-5 now in the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Miller. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Slot man moves right. On 1st and 10, Miller. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Miller now. Off play action. He finds his man, complete. That's Leonard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, these two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So a win here in Atlanta would give them the season sweep.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Miller. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. 30 yards. And the Saints are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited. but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hancock flushed out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Now Miller throwing on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Miller on 1st down. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints take a 3-touchdown lead. Cliff Kingsbury going to decide here to leave the offense out and go for 2. And he's brought down. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. Devine, and a nice run past the 30-yard line there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Here's Miller from the gun on 3rd down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. The slot man in motion right. Throwing on 1st down. Miller. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Escaping, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Miller. He took that in one-handed. What a grab. Miller now throwing on 4th down. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Miller on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Miller. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Miller, a final shot before break.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. In motion comes the tight end left. Here's Miller throwing to start the drive. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Miller eluding the pressure right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run on 1st down. Devine, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw on 3rd down. Hancock. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th